Could you please take a bit more care with your appearance? Every time I see you at home, you're always dressed so sloppily. You have your messy hair tied back in some lazy bun, wearing those frumpy glasses. Is it any wonder you still don't have any grandchildren for me? At this point, I'm better off having my son find another woman to have kids with on the side and then having her move in with me.
Carla, that's because those are the days when I'm not expecting to see you. I'm wearing what's most comfortable to work in. Besides, I've asked you several times already, please stop coming into our living space unannounced. If you actually told me you were coming in advance, I'd be able to get myself ready and you wouldn't have to see me like that.
Excuse me, I'm only thinking about how to make our shared living arrangements more comfortable for everyone. For example, yesterday when I checked your refrigerator, it was practically empty. I figured you must be struggling, so I was kind enough to bring over some homemade food for you, wasn't I? A little gratitude wouldn't kill you, you know.
And as I've told you before, we really appreciate your concern, but we've asked you repeatedly not to do that. We have our own rhythm and way of doing things, and while we appreciate the gesture, showing up whenever you feel like it is honestly quite disruptive for us.
What did you just say? Oh, how dare you talk to your mother-in-law like that? Here I am, always thinking about you two and how to make your lives easier, and this is the thanks I get? If you can't even appreciate a simple favor, maybe you should try handling everything yourself. You're the wife, after all. You should be the one taking care of everything without needing any outside help.
We buy groceries according to our needs, planning everything carefully to avoid waste. And to be honest, it's your son who constantly changes our plans with his sudden drinking parties or weekend golf trips. If we overbuy, we end up throwing food away. Maybe you could have a word with him about that? I'm sure he'd listen to you more than he would me.
Oh, so what you're saying is you don't have the skills to manage your household properly as a wife?
I beg your pardon?
It's clear from the way you said it, you obviously don't have enough influence over my son. He doesn't respect you enough to listen to what you say. That's a failure on your part as a wife, don't you think? If you were handling things right, he'd prioritize your opinions. But apparently you aren't, so maybe you should work on that. Seems like a you problem, and I don't want to play any role in your problems.
I really don't appreciate you turning this into a marital issue. There are already enough things we need to work on as a couple without you adding to them.
Oh, I see how it is. You're trying to blame me now, huh? Am I the one causing all your problems in your marriage?
I'm not saying that directly, but yes, if we didn't have these constant conflicts with you, things might be a little smoother between me and your son.
How dare you? Oh, you really are the worst. I have no idea what my son ever saw in you. You are disrespectful, ungrateful, and honestly, you're not even trying to be a good wife. You can't even give him children. You are a failure as a woman, plain and simple. I still don't understand why he chose to marry you.
Children? You really have to bring that up? I didn't think it was necessary to go there.
Of course I have to. My son is still young, successful, and honestly, he could do a whole lot better than you. He's attractive and doing well in his career. Men only get better with age, after all. Meanwhile, you've just let yourself go. You're too comfortable assuming that just because you're married, you don't need to make any effort anymore. You think you can waltz around the house in your frumpy glasses and lazy hair looking like a total slob? A man like him will get tired of you and leave in no time. I guarantee it. He's probably already thinking about leaving you.
Wow, so you're just saying whatever comes to your mind now. All right, I'll take your advice to heart then.
That's right, you better, because sooner or later he's going to realize that he deserves better. He doesn't have to be stuck with a woman like you. Maybe it's time he finds someone who can give him what he needs. A real wife who actually cares about how she looks and can give him a family. You know, someone who can fulfill the role properly. You're just dragging him down. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes to his senses and asks for a divorce. In fact, I'm almost certain he will.
A divorce? Is that really necessary to bring up?
It's only natural. Men don't settle for less, especially not men like my son. He has options. He could easily find a younger, more attractive woman who can give him children. He's got a future ahead of him, and you're just holding him back. You're the one who should be preparing yourself for when he walks out the door. It's only a matter of time. He'll want more than what you're giving him.
Well, that's certainly an interesting perspective. I suppose I'll keep that in mind then. Thank you for the heads
on earth did you install surveillance cameras inside the house? And you hid them so well. How long have they been there?
Oh yes, I did install them. Good job noticing, by the way. They're only in our living area, so it's not a big deal, right?
What? You're supposed to inform people before doing something like that. This is basically secret filming.
And what exactly are you talking about when you're the one who's been trespassing in our living space? I installed the cameras for the safety of our area. Why should I be criticized for that? If you weren't constantly barging in where you don't belong, I don't think there'd be any complaints. Unless you're worried I've caught you doing something you don't want me to see.
That's not it. But still, wanting to keep an eye on your mother-in-law like this, you're just the worst.
No, that's not it at all. Frankly, I don't care about keeping an eye on you or what you're doing.
Huh? Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. There's no way you're going to convince me this was purely for security.
Why should I have to explain everything I do to you? This is my house and I'm the one paying the mortgage. I have every right to do whatever I want here. I'm not interested in constantly justifying myself to someone who keeps interfering with my life.
Don't act so high and mighty just because you're paying $400 for the mortgage. We'll take over the payments and you, the outsider, can leave this house right now.
Wait, are you serious?
Of course I am, and not only that, you'll be divorcing my son, too. Start packing your things and get out of here.
Okay, it's actually $4,000, but fine, I'll do as you ask and leave. But remember, it's your son who will be the one suffering from the divorce.
Oh, don't you dare say something so ridiculous. Don't ever show your face around here again.
Understood.
Another fight with my mom, huh? Just apologize already and come back. Stop being so stubborn. You're not cute when you're acting like this, you know.
I'm not coming back. In fact, I've already submitted the divorce papers. Remember that document you signed just in case years ago? Well, it turns out it was a good idea to keep it prepared because I've gone ahead and used it.
Wait, what? You can't be serious right now. This is just another one of our usual arguments, right? Like every other time, isn't it?
Usual arguments, you say? You mean the constant cycle of your mother interfering in our lives while you sit there pretending it's not happening? You never took my feelings seriously. If you had, and if you'd been willing to actually address the problem, maybe things wouldn't have reached this point. But instead, every single time you chose to side with your mother and make me the bad guy. I've been dealing with this for so long and I am exhausted. I can't take it anymore.
Come on, hold up a second. Everyone has issues with their in-laws. It's just how things are, right? Every family has to deal with mother-in-law problems. You can't expect everything to be perfect. This isn't something so special that we can't just work through it like everyone else does. Why couldn't you just handle it yourself?
I tried handling it on my own countless times. Every time I talked to her, I asked her to respect our space and begged for a little privacy. She ignored me. She would still come over unannounced and walk into our home as if she owned it and start criticizing me. She'd complain about how I keep the house, about how I dress, about how I cook, and then she'd say things like, "It's no wonder you haven't given me a grandchild yet." She never respected my boundaries even after I made them clear. And what's worse is that you never defended me. You never once asked her to stop or supported me when I needed you to. Instead, you always sat there nodding along, agreeing with her.
Well, yeah, I mean, I do like my mom's cooking better. That's just the truth. I wasn't trying to hurt you. It's just how I feel.
Then maybe you should have married her instead, because clearly that's who you're loyal to, not me. For years, I put aside my own feelings to keep things peaceful, to keep you happy. But no matter what I did, you never stood up for me. You let her walk all over me, even when it came to the house and the mortgage. You lied. You made it seem like I was only paying a small portion, like I wasn't contributing as much as you were, just to make yourself look good in front of everyone. You told people I was only covering a fraction, but in reality, I was paying most of it. You took advantage of me for your own ego.
Wait, what are you talking about? It's not like that.
Isn't it? All this time you let me shoulder the burden while pretending you were the one doing it. You lied to your friends, to your family, and most of all, to me. I've been the one keeping things afloat, but you were too busy protecting your pride to acknowledge that. You took me for granted.
Okay, listen, I get it. I've messed up, but I'm being serious now. I want to fix this. We can still work things out. We can move past this. I need you. I can't do this without you. Don't throw away everything we've built together. Please don't leave me.
So, now that you're in trouble, you're starting to feel the pressure of everything I've been dealing with. You suddenly realize you need me. Now that the money situation has gotten serious and you can't handle it alone, I finally matter. It's too little too late. You'll have to take care of the mortgage on your own from now on. You'll have to figure out how to keep up with the bills without me there to quietly pick up the slack like I've been doing all these years. But it's not just the money. That's not the only reason I'm leaving. My frustration, my resentment goes much deeper than that.
Wait, you're really serious about this? You're just going to leave? All over a couple of fights with my mom? Isn't that a bit extreme?
You still don't get it, do you? This isn't just about a couple of fights with your mother. This is about years of disrespect, years of feeling like I don't matter, like my feelings and my boundaries don't exist in this relationship. I have had enough, and you standing here asking me to fix things when you should have been the one doing it all along is proof that you'll never change. You'll always put your mother first. I am done being second place in my own marriage.
No, wait, please. We can fix this, I swear. I'll talk to my mom. I'll do whatever it takes. Just don't leave. You don't have to do this.
It's too late for that. You had your chance, and you chose not to act. Now you can live with the consequences of your inaction. I am done with this marriage, and I am done with you. Goodbye.
I heard everything from my son. I was really surprised to find out that it was all just my misunderstanding. I had no idea things were like that. Oh, you can come back right now. Let's live happily together from now on.
Wow, what a complete change of heart. I can really feel the family blood in this. You say I can come back? Oh, there's no way that's happening. With this, I've finally gained my freedom.
But really, I didn't know anything. My son told me that you only pay $400 for the mortgage each month, and I believed him. I thought that was the truth all along.
That's impossible. Are you suggesting that your son is paying for more than just that? I can't believe that.
I mean, that's what I heard from my son. He's quite capable at work, and he even attracts attention from women there. He's been bragging about how much he earns, saying that he only makes his wife pay $400 a month, like he's some kind of hero. I never thought that could be a lie.
From the sound of it, Andrew is quite the liar then. He isn't paying any mortgage at all. I'm the one paying $4,000 a month. That's an amount he could never afford. By the way, saying that he's popular at work is another embarrassing lie, and it's really hard for me to swallow.
What? That was a lie too?
Haven't you heard? You seem to have accepted it. You allowed him to flirt around with other women outside. How could you let that happen?
That's...
Did you perhaps hear that the women he's involved with are from his workplace?
Yeah, but... Wait, are you saying that's not the case?
No, it's not. I see now. That's why you've been nagging me so much while also allowing Andrew to date those other worthless women. The reason you first accepted my marriage to your son was that I'm an educated person, not some party girl. I thought it was strange how you seemed to approve.
Wait, what do you mean? My son told me he was being pursued by cute young girls at work, and he even asked for advice because he couldn't turn them down. He said that at home you're just a dried-up woman, so it's understandable that he'd be tempted by those young girls.
I see. Well, your son sounds like quite a fool then.
What did you just say?
Your son is a man blinded by young, cute girls, throwing everything away for them. He has no idea what he's lost.
So, what does that mean?
The woman Andrew is actually dating is just some random girl. She has no education or anything else, just looks. Apparently she works nights to make money. I'm sure she's the type with very little professional integrity. I think your son is the only one seriously infatuated with her, and she's probably playing him like a fool.
Wait, are you saying it's that pathetic?
No, I was surprised too, but I actually appreciate you for helping me realize this. It's almost comical how blind I was, and I'm thankful for your unwitting help in seeing the truth.
My help? What do you mean by that?
You said to me, "Don't be too comfortable just because you're married to him, dried-up woman. You'd better prepare yourself to be thrown away soon." Didn't you? You hinted at divorce and mentioned how Andrew is so popular with women. You probably meant to put me down, but it actually served as a great trigger for me to realize his infidelity. I should have noticed when he started going out more for drinks or on trips, but I was so focused on making money and keeping things stable at home.
So you mean it was because of me that you ignited your realization?
Yes, that's right. Looking back, I really wish you hadn't been so arrogant. I worked hard to pay the mortgage and support that man's life while being mocked by a mother-in-law who made my life miserable. I was concentrating on my job every day to provide a good life for all of us, but here I was being called a dried-up woman. So, you think those cute young girls fit you all, right? That must be why you're so quick to dismiss me.
I had no idea that's what it was. We are the victims here. If my son hadn't told so many lies, it wouldn't have come to this. If I'd known the truth, I would have been much kinder to you.
No, I think it's too late for that now. You accepted that your son was enjoying his infidelity and looked down on me. You're just as guilty. How can you play the victim now? Or are you thinking of abandoning Andrew and coming back to me just to suck more money out of me? Do you think that would work?
I'm really sorry. I truly regret what my son has done. I will make sure to talk to him about his wrongdoings. So I want you to come back.
Please tell me how coming back would benefit me. What's in it for me?
Well, I could at least cook for you. I could make sure you have good meals every day.
Andrew loves the meals you make, but honestly, I don't like your cooking. The salt content is too high and everything tastes salty. I'm worried about my future health. I don't want to end up like that. Plus, I could hire a maid to handle the cooking. There's no need for it to be you.
Oh, please don't say that.
I will demand proper compensation from Andrew. I have plenty of evidence of his infidelity. I cannot believe he would bring a woman home while I was away on a business trip, but the surveillance cameras have caught everything. That's irrefutable evidence, and I'll use it.
Wait, the surveillance cameras were for that purpose?
Yes, they were. If he can't pay the compensation, I'll report it to his company. I won't hold back.
Wait, if you report it to the company, he'll lose his job. You can't do that.
That would be well deserved. He has brought this upon himself and he deserves the punishment. Of course, I'll also demand repayment for the mortgage I've been paying. Andrew probably doesn't have the ability to pay all that back smoothly, so you'll have to say goodbye to that dream home you've been talking about.
Wait, please, I had dreams. You said before that I wanted a home where we could all live happily, have grandchildren, and enjoy a happy life together. I've treated you coldly until now, but it's because I felt you weren't doing anything for that.
Can you stop imposing your selfish dreams on me? Oh, I forgot to mention some good news for you. It seems your son's girlfriend is pregnant.
What?
According to her, it's Andrew's child, but since Andrew has refused to marry her, it looks like she'll only be asking for child support. She seems to be the kind of woman skilled at living a low life, squeezing money from foolish men bit by bit. For you, it's the long-awaited first grandchild, so congratulations.
No! If he continues to be involved with that woman, it'll ruin his life. Please, you're the only person who can save us. I can't believe he'd let this happen. I'm really sorry for what I said before. Please come back. I need you.
No, you and your family need to realize how foolish your choices have been. You will regret this deeply. I have no obligation to help you. I want you to fall into hell together and realize just how much I was a goddess to you.
Please, I'll do anything. I promise to be better. Just help us. I can't stand the thought of my son being with that woman. I'll even clean for you, too.
You really think cleaning is enough to make up for everything? I can't believe you try to win me over with that. It shows just how desperate you are.
Really, I am desperate. I can't bear the thought of losing everything. I thought we were family.
Family? After everything that's happened, you accepted your son's infidelity, and you think I should just forgive and forget? No, I can't do that.
Please, I never wanted things to get this far. I just wanted us to be a happy family again.
You can't just wish for happiness. It requires effort and honesty, and your son has been anything but honest.
I know. I get it now. I can see how naive I was, but I want to change.
Change isn't enough at this point. You should have thought of that earlier before you allowed this to happen.
I'll do whatever it takes to make things right. Just please give me another chance.
You think I owe you another chance? You think I should just forget how you turned a blind eye to everything?
I didn't know. I was misled.
And now that you know the truth, what will you do? Will you just keep letting him play you and treat you like this?
No, I'll stand up for myself. I won't let him control me anymore.
That's what I want to hear, but actions speak louder than words. You need to prove that you mean it.
I will. I promise I will confront him.
You need to understand that your son is not the man you thought he was. He is weak and selfish.
I realize that now. I've been so blinded by my hopes and dreams for him.
Those dreams were built on lies. You need to face reality and stop living in fantasy.
You're right. I need to accept it. So will you please help me out? Please, Lily.
No, I won't. You got yourself into that position with him, so now you can sit there and regret your mistakes with him for the rest of your lives. My husband, as I suspected, found himself in a complete panic when he could no longer manage to pay the mortgage. The financial strain became unbearable, and it escalated to the point where his salary was garnished due to unpaid debts. He was overwhelmed with stress, anxiety, and despair as the reality of our financial situation hit him hard. I watched him grapple with the consequences of his actions, feeling helpless yet aware that he was the one responsible for this predicament. In the meantime, I took decisive action regarding his infidelity. I decided to report his unfaithfulness to his employer, believing it was necessary to expose the truth. This choice was not made lightly. I understood the implications it would have on his career. However, I felt a sense of control returning to my life after enduring the pain of betrayal. Reporting him meant that his reputation at work would be significantly damaged, and I was ready for the repercussions that would follow. The fallout was immediate. His reputation at work suffered tremendously, and he quickly became the subject of gossip and scorn among his colleagues. His inability to perform well in his job prior to this revelation only made matters worse. He was never particularly good at his work. In fact, he had often struggled to meet even the most basic expectations. The news of his personal failings made it impossible for him to maintain any semblance of respect among his peers. Colleagues who had once been sympathetic to him and began to voice their frustrations openly, and the humiliation was palpable. With his work situation deteriorating rapidly, he found himself essentially losing his place in the company. Although he experienced a significant pay cut due to his lackluster performance, he had no choice but to continue working there. The reality was harsh. He could not quit because he had no other options for income. This meant that every day he dragged himself to work, feeling defeated and unwanted. The stress must have been excruciating, knowing that he was not only failing in his marriage, but also in his professional life. During this tumultuous period, I had to reflect on my feelings for him. There was a time when I found his slightly airheaded nature charming and even endearing. I appreciated the carefree attitude he brought to our lives, believing it added a sense of fun. However, as the reality of his actions sank in, I began to realize that I had completely misjudged his character. I failed to see the warning signs and choose poorly when it came to selecting a partner. This painful experience has become a crucial lesson in my life, highlighting the importance of being discerning in relationships and understanding the deeper qualities that make a good partner. In terms of material consequences, the fallout from this situation was significant. My husband and his family were forced to sell their house, which had once been a symbol of stability and success. They were left with no choice but to liquidate their assets to pay off debts and settle their financial affairs. I heard that they're now living in a rundown, dilapidated place that can hardly be compared to their previous home. The contrast between their past life and their current living conditions must be stark, serving as a constant reminder of the consequences of their choices. Amidst all this turmoil, my mother-in-law has been directing her frustrations toward her son, blaming him for the collapse of their once stable life. The tension between them has escalated into a serious rift, leading to a strained and contentious relationship. Their home, which should have been a sanctuary, has now become a battleground of anger and resentment. It's sad to see a family torn apart by the very actions that should have brought them together. In the wake of these challenges, my mother-in-law has found herself in a position where she must earn her own living expenses. The days of relying solely on her son for support are long gone. She's taken on a part-time job, working tirelessly every day to make ends meet. This drastic change in her life must be difficult to adjust to, as she may have once enjoyed a comfortable lifestyle that no longer exists. She now navigates the world of work, grappling with the daily grind that she had perhaps avoided for a long time. It's ironic to think that the dream of a happy life in their ideal home surrounded by family has now become a distant memory for them. The aspirations they once held dear have been replaced by the harsh realities of their situation. I can't help but feel a sense of satisfaction knowing that their choices led them down this path. They created their own mess, and now they must face the consequences. While it may sound harsh, I sincerely hope that my husband never finds happiness for the rest of his life. It may seem cruel, but I believe it is essential for him to experience the repercussions of his actions. He's caused so much pain and suffering, not only to me, but to everyone around him. There must be accountability for what he's done, and I wish for him to understand the weight of his decisions. As I reflect on the entire situation, I realize that the lessons I've learned from this experience will stay with me for a long time. I will carry these lessons into my future relationships and endeavors, ensuring that I do not repeat the same mistakes. The aftermath of this situation will continue to unfold, and I will be watching closely to see how it all plays out. I have no doubt that there will be more challenges ahead for my husband and his family. They'll have to navigate their new reality and face the consequences of their actions every single day. Although I might not be involved in their lives anymore, the memories of what transpired will linger in my mind as a reminder of how far I've come. As I think about the future, I realize that life goes on, and I must focus on my own path and well-being. I've gained a new perspective on relationships, trust, and self-worth. I refuse to let their choices define my happiness. Instead, I will move forward, stronger and wiser than before. I owe it to myself to embrace the lessons learned and use them as stepping stones to a brighter future. In closing, I wish my husband well, not because I harbor any residual feelings of affection, but because I believe everyone deserves a chance to reflect on their actions. However, I will not be there to support him in any way. He must face the consequences alone, without my assistance or pity. This chapter of my life has come to a close, and I am ready to start anew. The journey of healing will take time, but I am determined to rebuild my life. I will surround myself with people who uplift and inspire me, leaving behind the negativity and toxicity that once held me back. I look forward to embracing new experiences, finding joy in the little things, and creating a life filled with love, respect, and happiness. In conclusion, the lessons learned from this tumultuous chapter have shaped me into a stronger person. I've realized the importance of self-worth and the necessity of surrounding myself with those who appreciate me for who I am. My husband's actions have led to pain and suffering, but they've also provided me with the clarity and strength to move forward with my life. I can only hope that he too finds a way to learn from his mistakes and grow as a person, though I remain skeptical. For now, my focus is on my own happiness and well-being. I will take this experience and use it as a foundation for a brighter, more fulfilling future. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Hey, Michaela. I was wondering if we could talk about something for a few minutes. I'm getting kind of concerned about what's going on with you. So yesterday and today, it seems like you've been at home all day since I didn't see you leave the house. I'm just wondering, what happened to you going to your job? I thought that you liked that job. You haven't actually decided to quit another job again, have you? It just seems like only yesterday that you got that job.
Excuse me? You messaging me pretending that you're concerned, but you're really just asking about whether or not I still work? What the heck are you insinuating here, Lorraine?
Well, I could be wrong, but I'm going off my observations of you in the last few days. Don't get me wrong, you have worked, but you've jumped around 5 companies already this year. Like, why are you doing something like that? Can't you settle down into one job at one company? I thought that you said that the conditions were better this time.
What you're talking about right now is none of your business, Lorraine. It's nothing to do with you. Why does quitting my job have to do with you? I'm allowed to have my own freedom and do what I want in life, so why don't you just back off and leave me alone, you old hag? I don't want to hear this.
I'm not trying to say anything in terms of how you should live your life. I'm just trying to show my concern. But I should have known that you've already quit your job. Michaela, you're soon going to be turning 28 years old, so maybe you should stop trying to quit all your jobs and actually continue on working somewhere. You've got to think about what you're doing very carefully, okay? Neither I nor our father will be by your side forever. We can't afford to help you for the rest of your life.
Okay, I don't get what you're trying to do here. What are you doing? Pretending to be my mother? Are you kidding me? You're not my real mother. Your words are so tiresome to hear. I don't get why you would say something like that to me. I have been looking after you for the past 20 years. It makes me so worried at how you're treating people. I'm also curious about what you're going to do with your life. You can't just stay at home from now on, okay? You're capable of working, Michaela, okay? Oh my God, shut up. You're so annoying to deal with. You're seriously trying to pretend to be my mother, but you're really just an old and wrinkly stranger, okay? You're not my parent at all, and you never will be. I'm not going to do anything you say to me, and I want you to stop butting into my business. Stop interfering. There's no need for me to talk to someone like you. I don't need to rely on someone like you when I can do whatever I want with my life. But you impact what happens in our household. You live in this house, the house that I pay rent for. Don't you realize you're living off the money that I earn? You living like this in our house isn't going to last forever, Michaela. You're not a kid anymore. You're a full-grown adult that has responsibilities. Jeez, are you seriously trying to preach to me right now? This is such a stupid joke. You make me exhausted, Lorraine. You know, you're a terrible match for my father, and you shouldn't be around him anymore. It looks like my dad has already got a new partner hanging off his arm. You know that it would be just better for everyone if you just disappeared, okay? I'm sick and tired of you complaining to me about not having a job when I live here and can do whatever I like. Stop complaining about my decisions, Lorraine. Wait a minute, we need to rewind this conversation a bit. What was that first thing you said? What are you talking about? New partner? Are you kidding me? I'm not surprised that you haven't noticed what he's been doing because you're so self-absorbed. You're so stupid that you didn't notice what your own husband is up to. You know, I kind of feel sorry for you that you never suspected anything from him. I wouldn't want to become a person like you. Have you forgotten that you're being raised by people that you think that way about them, right? What is going on with your father? Because I don't know. You bringing it up doesn't help me. This is a matter between me and your father. It should be irrelevant to you, Michaela. Our relationship doesn't involve your snooping. Of course it's related to me because it concerns my dad. But if Dad has made the decision to not be with you and be with somebody else, I have the ability to kick you out of the house. Are you being serious right now? You don't have any right to do that, okay? Do you think that you'll be able to kick me out of my own house? You really want to do that to me? Michaela, the facts remain around here is that you don't have a job and you're not taking any action to do anything. It's unbelievable that you're acting like this. How about you start facing reality for a moment and start striving for independence like the rest of the people that are your age, all right? Stop being like this, Michaela. Don't you understand what I've been trying to tell you this entire time? I'm telling you that what you're doing right now is very annoying, okay? This is why I hate old hags like you, Lorraine. Even though you've been taking care of me for over 20 years, the rent for this place is only $3,000 a month, so stop complaining. What the heck are you talking about right now, Michaela? Don't you know how difficult it is to find $3,000 every month from an income? Well, I know the approximate cost from Dad. He told me about it. I'm tired of you being condescending towards me. You're not worth my time, Lorraine. All I want you to do right now is just disappear and leave me and my dad alone. You're just a stupid old hag, and you're worth nothing to us. Wow, I can't believe you had the audacity to go and say something like that to me. You're going to regret what you say, Michaela. I thought we raised you better than this. I am so disappointed in how you're acting towards me right now. Anyways, the whole reason why I was messaging you is I recommend you find a new job quickly. What do you think you're trying to do here, Dominic? What is this whole $3,000 rent thing all about, huh? To be honest, I've reached my limit. I want answers and I want them now. I was talking to Michaela and she turned around and said something about you having a new partner? What the heck is going on here, Dominic?
How is it that your own daughter is in the loop about knowing about the women you're having an affair with? Did you seriously talk to her about this and not me?
Well, I might have mentioned some things to her, yes. And what of it, Lorraine? Am I not allowed to talk to Michaela at all now or something?
Huh? What the heck are you talking about right now? Why must you act so defensive? Why are you beating around the bush about what you're doing?
Okay, I guess there's no need to hide what I wanted to hide anymore. I went to Michaela because she's obviously a grown-up after all. I'm getting sick and tired of your condescending attitude lately. It's been bothering me so much recently, and I've had enough of it. I'm tired of you, and I think it's time to move on, yeah?
Are you seriously dropping this bomb on me? You've been relying on each other for the past 20 years, and you just suddenly want to end it? Is this really how you want this to end? Why do you want this to happen? I am so lost and don't understand your words right now. Shouldn't you at least show some sincerity?
What sincerity are you even talking about? Although you were the one paying the rent and everything, I've been with you and you've been able to live with my family for 20 years. I don't get why you're sulking about all of this and what's happening. You should be grateful that I kept you around for so long. 20 years is a long time, and it's enough time.
I should be grateful? Are you kidding me? That's probably not the right words to say in this moment, Dominic. So you're seriously okay with this happening? Are you seriously planning to not discuss anything with me and just get rid of me altogether with your daughter now? Is this some sort of sick joke?
Oh, why must you make things more difficult for me, Lorraine? You've been like this forever, and I'm sick of this. I should have got rid of you sooner, so just get out of here now, please.
Wow, you're just going to kick me out of your life just like that? This is absolutely ridiculous. So, I guess it's okay if I stop paying the rent?
Do whatever you want to do now, Lorraine. I'm letting you off the leash. I guess you can try stopping paying for things, but that's all you're useful for.
Okay, I guess I understand. I suppose that's what I'll do. Just from hearing all this, I've totally fallen out of love with you, Dominic. Goodbye, you piece of crap. Wow, it's about time that this happened. I heard what my dad did to you. You finally decided to leave then, huh? You've been such a nuisance up until now. It really is about time that you just disappear and get out of our lives once and for all. I'm actually really happy that this has finally happened. It's about time Dad got rid of you, Lorraine. I don't remember causing any trouble for you and your father. I've always thought that I was taking good care of you, but in the end, this is what happened. I understand now that maybe a lot of this has been my fault. I'm sorry for that, but there's no need for you or your dad to treat me this way. It's not fair. It's too late to apologize now. You're just being annoying. I feel like you saying that you took good care of me is a bit of an exaggeration. You really think highly of yourself, don't you? You're just acting all high and mighty just because you've been paying rent for 20 years when it's really only just $3,000 a month. It's not that hard to do. Neither my father or I have had any issues with the rent, so why don't you just stop paying it and leave us alone like you've been told to do? If you really want me to do that, then I am more than happy to stop paying the rent. It'll mean I'll have money to spend on myself and focus on myself. Do you really think I care about you and what you do with that money? We really just want you out of our lives. You stopping is fine by us. Okay, well, I'll check one last time, but are you sure that you and your father want all of this to happen? You really don't want me around? I'm deciding to break up with your father. I guess I also have no choice but to also cut him off financially and emotionally, which is going to be super difficult. I've been taking care of you for over 20 years, Michaela. I didn't want to make you go through such a difficult time since parents breaking up is hard on a child at any age. I really thought that I was encouraging you to become independent. Is that not a good thing? What the heck is your deal, Lorraine? Why must you be so persistent all the time? I really don't need your so-called kind consideration.
it's just pointless and tedious. It's a pain to have to deal with someone like you. I don't want you to ever get involved with me again. Don't show up to our place or in front of me ever again, you hear me? To be honest, I am tired of you treating me like your daughter when you aren't my mother. Okay, I get it. If you say so, I guess there's nothing more I can do here, Michaela. You're now almost 28 and should be able to live on your own. I really hope that things go well for you and your father. I hope you both continue to get along and that you do your best in life. That's all I wish for you, Michaela. Even though you're telling me all these things, I have always been close to Dad, and you've never been anything to me. Just get out of here. We're so sick of your presence. Okay, I'll do what you say now, Michaela. I'm sorry for annoying you so much. I just cared about you, that's all. I guess I'll go now and take care and good luck with everything. Okay, we need to talk right now, Lorraine. I just received some strange document and I haven't got a clue what it is. Is it fine to just leave it alone? I also got a phone call and someone called that I wasn't expecting. Then the landlord came by the house. They haven't ever been here before, so what's going on? What do you mean, what's going on? Why are you asking me that question when I don't have anything to do with you or your father anymore? What document are you talking about? What on earth? How do you not know when I bet you're the one behind it all? I know you've done something, all right? The landlord asked us to leave the premises. Like, I have to move out? Is that what I should be doing? I mean, bills have been piling up lately, so I don't get what's happened. What are you doing, Lorraine? Haven't you been paying them properly? I'm sorry, what did you just say to me? What the heck are you talking about? I left, remember? I told you that I'd be cutting you off financially because you said you'd be fine, correct? We're strangers now, remember? Why should I have to pay a stranger's rent or anything like that? It wouldn't make much sense. What do you want? Are you seriously kidding me right now? Is this some kind of a sick joke? What do you mean we're strangers and you're not going to pay for anything? Have you forgotten that you and your father kicked me out of the house even though I have done so much for you both? It's already been a month since I left. For me, it's over. You're both nothing but strangers to me now. Since that's what you both wanted, to never hear from me again, yes? That's what you both said. I paid the bills for so long and had to work really hard while you jumped from one job to another. I'm done doing that for both of you. So of course I'm not going to be helping you out anymore. Excuse me? What did you just say? Hang on a minute, all right? But I don't understand. Who is going to pay for the rent and the bills now? Are you seriously asking me that question, Michaela? How about you actually use your brain and think about it? Either you or your father should be parting out for rent and everything, yeah? You and your father are the ones that are living in that house, are you not? There's no need to ask me about that when I'm not living there anymore. Actually, now that I think about it some more, you were the ones that told me to stop paying for the expenses, so I did. So why are you saying something that doesn't make sense now? No, okay, yes, you're right that we did say that to you, but it was only so that we could get rid of you and we didn't think about the other bills that are involved. I thought you only paid the $3,000 for rent. When you talk about that $3,000 that went towards the rent, I think you weren't really listening to me and that caused some misunderstandings. Huh? What is that supposed to mean, Lorraine? What do you mean by misunderstanding? How is it that I could possibly misunderstand the amount you paid? Well, first of all, I don't know who said something so random about what I pay for. There's no way that a large house in New York City is $3,000 a month. This is one of the most expensive states in the entire country. Don't you know that? I've been paying way more for rent and other expenses involved with the house. So recently, I've changed the account of where the money came out of your father's account. As a result, the withdrawal couldn't be made and the landlord came, yeah? Look, I've already explained most of the situation to your father. It's on both of you if you don't understand the process. I wouldn't be surprised if you both get kicked out soon. Did you seriously say that we could get kicked out of our own house? Are you seriously kidding me right now? I had no idea that the rent wasn't $3,000. How much is it then? How about you go ahead and check it out for yourself? Go and ask your father. I'm sure he'll tell you the real price. For a 3-bedroom, it costs almost $7,000 a month. Surely you can't afford to pay the rent on the salary you earn, right, Michaela? Oh, wait, I forgot. You don't have a job. You definitely can't pay that amount. Oh, shut up, you evil old cow. You've set us up to fail. How dare you say something like that to me? You can't just say that kind of crap to me. I didn't know the rent was that much. But I honestly expected that Dad could pay for the rent since he's the parent in this situation. Up until now, it was Daddy who was providing for us. Huh? Really? It is so nasty when you call him Daddy because I know that's when you want something. You wanted to be spoiled. Nothing's changed with you, Michaela. It is such a shame that things have turned out this way for you. I thought that you would have grown up more kind and compassionate of other people, but I guess not. But I should have known that you were going to turn out like a spoiled brat because your father was the one who let you get away with everything. What the heck is wrong with you, Lorraine? How dare you say something like that towards me? I am not spoiled. What are you talking about? My father has been there for me, that's all. That is very much a lie, and you know it. He gave you anything you wanted, even when you didn't deserve it. You never learned from the lessons I tried to teach you. I'm telling you now that your father never had that kind of financial means. I was the one who was earning a good living, and that you were able to have what you did growing up. He can't even pay the rent. I've been the one who's been supporting us up until now. It was always me that was earning the money and working hard for this family. But you never learned from the money that your dad and I gave you. You only used that money for your own entertainment rather than save it like normal people. Huh? What the heck is that supposed to mean? I know how to save too. Look, Dad still works, yes, he must be if he was able to pay for my college tuition, as it was very expensive. I'm also planning to go back so that I can specialize in the field that I majored in. He's going to give me that money as well, right? He's already paid the admission fee, correct? Well, I don't know where you got the idea that your father has been paying for all of that. He's obviously lying to you because I'm the one that paid for your education. Whoa. Rewind that just for a second. Did you say what I think you said? It wasn't my dad that was paying for my schooling? That was you too? Why didn't you say anything? Well, you did mention that you wanted to go back to school to get more qualifications while also working as well. Didn't you know I was listening to you when you said that? I decided to submit an application to the school that you wanted to go to, and I forked out the money to pay for the fees as well. I wanted to support you in that as well. But then you thought it would be funny to go and waste all that money and work. Not only did you not study, you even quit your job. Good thing I made a proper IOU. Huh? An IOU? What are you talking about? I reckon you're lying about paying for all of that so you can get back at us for what we did to you. Isn't that right, Lorraine? The whole reason that you wanted to go to a school to specialize in something was because you didn't want to work in the first place. But you ruined that chance too. Now I know what kind of person you really are, Michaela. You waste people's effort and money into you. How could you do that to someone, huh? I have tried to look after you for 20 years, and I knew that deep down you didn't care for me, which is sad. Between a mother and a daughter, it shouldn't be that way. Don't you remember that I was going to get my money back when I sent you to college, Michaela? That money was a loan. It wasn't something to keep, okay? Come to think of it, you might have said something along those lines. But I didn't think that things were going to happen, so I shouldn't have to. It's not fair. Well, at that time, you said you could pay it back if you started working right away and that you'd have no problem getting it back to me, my dear. But in the end, you've been jumping from one company to another, not really doing much, and just quit when it got too hard. You have barely worked, Michaela. You didn't pay me back, and all of a sudden, you just started hating on me, even though I have done a lot for you. It hurts so much to hear so many horrible things from you. You have made so many derogatory remarks and ended up telling me about your cheating scumbag of a father. I felt so humiliated by both of you. You kicked me out of the house, yes? You remember that both of you didn't want me there, right? So what's your point in whining to me now, huh? Are you expecting me to pay for your expenses and the rent? Are you kidding me? What a terrible joke. If anything, I'm the one who should be getting money back. Wherever you live, you need to take responsibility for where you live and the lifestyle you lead. And if you and your father can't do that, then you should leave the house. There's no way that I would help either of you out now, since I was shoved out of this family like some kind of good-for-nothing street rat. Pay for things yourself, Michaela. Are you seriously saying these things right now? Why are you so angry about this for? I didn't have a clue what you were doing for my dad and I didn't know about how much the tuition fees were, so it's not my fault that I haven't paid it off. Even though you're telling me to pay up now, it would be impossible to do. Okay, how would it be impossible, Michaela, when you're more than capable of earning a good living while also paying me back what is owed to me? It's your fault, so it's your responsibility to take on these challenges. It actually might teach you a lesson. You can learn to budget and take action on things yourself. What you and your father are dealing with has got nothing to do with me anymore. What you deal with is none of my business at all, and I don't want it to be my business. All I want you to do is be a good citizen and give me back the money I paid for your tuition. You dropped out, so I think it's only fair that you give it back to me, Michaela. Now that you understand that, I think it's about time that you stop moaning and groaning about your situation and get out into the world and find a job you can do. You obviously had no intention of continuing on your education. You were pulling on my leg, weren't you? You like to waste people's money and time, don't you? That's not even remotely true. How dare you say something like that about me? I'll do my best. I just don't know what I'm doing with my life yet. What's the problem with that? Besides, I was actually planning to go back to school. I was planning on studying when the academic year started. Can't you just give me the benefit of the doubt? I see what you're trying to say. Then you really should start looking for a job for yourself so that you can do that. Why don't you go back to school when you can afford it yourself? Because you don't need your ex-stepmother, who is just a stranger to you, paying for your college tuition, okay? I am basically saying there is no way I am forking out money for you anymore. Just wait a minute, okay, Lorraine? I just need you to clarify things for me because this whole situation is really confusing to me. You're actually not going to help me even though I've known you for 20 years? You're not going to help out the only child that you've raised? You're just going to not help us out anymore? It was truly you who paid the rent, yes? It wasn't Dad at all? Why would you do this to us? Is this all because we kicked you out? It's not like I truly meant what I said to you, okay? I wasn't being serious. Please, just help us pay for things again, okay? Are you actually asking me these questions? What are you going to achieve by asking this of me, Michaela? You really have a lot to learn about how others should be treated. Even if you continue to ask me and beg for more money to keep you afloat, I'm not going to give a single cent to you, Michaela. I don't believe there's any point to this anymore. Ask your dad, and I'm sure that you both trust each other enough that all the truth will come out eventually. Look, I'm so done with you treating me like the bank, Michaela. I'm not dealing with your antics anymore. I'm not blind to your fake kindness anymore. I don't want to hear from you, so please don't contact me anymore. Also, I've changed all my bank accounts, so all the mail for that is changed to another address. So now I've got no association with that home address anymore. Stop. That's enough of that kind of talk. This isn't fair. How could you do something like this to me? The only kid you've ever had? You are no daughter of mine. You're the spitting image and personality of your father, and I'm sure you'll both end up in the same position now. Spoiled and in debt. Okay, that's enough. How dare you say something like that about me and Dad? I thought you actually cared about us. I was stupid to rely on someone like you. I'm going to ask Dad for all the information so that I actually know whether or not what you've been saying is true or not. I want to be sure about it all. Okay, feel free to do that, but I'm sure there'll be a bunch of lies. I don't want you coming back at me, shouting and all that sort of crap. I'm done with all of this. I was your stepmother for a long time, but you and your father have been so difficult to deal with since you've become an adult. I am exhausted and want to move on with my life. You stupid old hag, you're just abandoning us when times are tough. How dare you do something like that? Are you seriously wanting us to be kicked to the streets of New York City? Don't you realize how dangerous it would be for us on the streets? How can you not help someone in need of money? You're such a selfish old cow that doesn't deserve anything nice in life.
Don't you dare talk to me like that. You and your father started it by treating me like crap. Him cheating on me, you being a little cow towards me, and using me as your bank account. If you even think about approaching me ever again, I'll tell the authorities and I'll get a restraining order against you and your father. I shouldn't have to deal with this abuse. You're not getting any of your filthy hands on my money anymore. I am not your bank. I am a human being. Leave me alone to live my life. I am blocking you now, and you are both total strangers to me.
Lorraine was initially worried about Michaela, as she always thought that she was so cute as a child, but also had a very selfish side to her. She thought that it was better to stay away from both Michaela and Dominic, especially after he had cheated on her. She knew she was better off far away, as she didn't want to get involved with their lives and cut off contact from Michaela and her father. Apparently, her ex-husband disappeared after that whole conversation with his daughter went down. He was drowning in debt that he couldn't get out of, no matter what he tried to do. It seems that Michaela is somehow managing to live on her own without her father. If nothing like that had happened in the end, maybe she would have had a better future. She could have done anything in her future, but it might not be that way. What's important is that when a person does wrong, they try to make up for their mistakes and improve their life. Lorraine's still supporting her from the bottom of her heart. She enjoys living her own life and wants to do so many more fun things in the future. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Berkeley, I am so excited to meet you again tomorrow. It has been so long since the last time, and I want to hear you praising me while I'm in this dress. Of course, you don't actually have to praise me, but I do want you to see how lovely it looks on me now. Long time no see, Mercy. What kind of a dress are you talking about? What? I heard from Aunt Kay that you'll be coming to my wedding in the next couple of days. Your wedding? Hold on a second. This is the first time I'm hearing about one. What? Didn't she hand you the invitation that I gave to her?
because of you.
You're going to call me a stalker and report me, right? Well, I'm not going back. I don't want to see your face, and honestly, you probably should be relieved not to see me either.
I don't care about your feelings. Mercy just made a speech about you and me, and now the whole wedding is ruined. You better come here and say it's all my fault. Scott did nothing wrong.
You're the one at fault here. Right now, I am boiling with rage. Honestly, I'd love to see you suffer even more.
What did you just say?
I can understand divorcing me because I couldn't have children, but you said something far worse. You told me I was a woman who's done for, a useless human being with no purpose, and that's why we're getting divorced. Do you remember that?
Well, yeah, what's wrong with that? Giving birth to children is the bare minimum responsibility of a woman.
Yes, you're right about one thing. As a woman, finding out that I couldn't have children was devastating, but instead of comforting me, you stomped on me. Then you had the nerve to say, since I'm divorcing you over your defect, you better pay me alimony, you scammer. And then you took everything, my house, my money, everything. You even spread rumors at work labeling me as the infertile woman, and I lost my job because of it. I was drowning in despair back then, and yet you still think I'm the one to blame here?
Of course, it's all your fault. Now get over here and apologize on your knees. Oh, and don't forget to pay me alimony. If you can't give birth to kids, then at least earn some money and contribute to society, you defective piece of trash.
You haven't learned anything, have you? You're still the same disgusting person. I won't hold back against scum like you. I'll make you suffer, even more than you made me suffer. I will crush you completely, and I'll protect Mercy. You'll regret ever dragging her into this.
Huh? What the hell are you talking about? Stop saying nonsense and just get over here already. Called me a barren stalker, huh? And now you're blaming me for everything falling apart? You're accusing me of feeding Mercy lies, and now you want to sue me for damages? You're a real piece of work, you know that?
What could I have possibly done when I'm not even at the venue? Whatever disaster is happening right now is entirely your own doing. I'm sure you're going through a hard time right now, but that's what you deserve. I don't know about your relatives, but you should know that Mercy's family is basically mine too. They know all about our history, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're currently cornering you with angry faces. Enjoy that.
You disgust me! Lying to our relatives to gain sympathy like that? You're so twisted.
I haven't told any lies, and just so you know, the people who are furious at you right now are all because of Mercy's speech, not anything I've said. I talked to someone who attended, and they said that everyone was left utterly speechless after hearing what Mercy had to say. Imagine that. An awkward silence at what's supposed to be a joyous wedding. Quite the achievement.
You little... How dare you talk like that?
Go ahead, be mad at me if it makes you feel better, but don't you have bigger things to worry about? You know, my uncle and aunt know all about our messy divorce. They even know how much I struggled afterwards. I didn't tell them everything at the time, but now they know. You're lucky they barely remembered what you looked like after I burned all the photos of us. If they had put two and two together sooner, they probably would have stopped this wedding from happening in the first place.
That's enough. You just come to the venue and fix this. It'll all blow over if you come and explain things. People are only blaming me because they think you've been spreading lies about me.
They're blaming you because of what you've done, not because of me. And what good would it do if I came now?
What are you talking about?
Word has it that my aunt and the others have already announced that the wedding is off. My mom's been keeping me updated. Apparently things got so bad that the bride's parents themselves put a stop to the whole thing. That's not something you see every day. I also heard that you've barricaded yourself in the dressing room to avoid the chaos, right?
Yeah, that's right. Everyone's been ganging up on me, screaming and calling me names. Not a single person is on my side, so I had no choice but to hide in here. Even now, I can hear him shouting just outside the door. This is all your fault. Fix this.
I've already told you this is entirely your doing, and don't think this is the end of it.
What are you talking about now?
Oh, just a little update. Mercy messaged me just now. She said the wedding is definitely off. And trust me, I won't stop until I make sure you pay for what you've done. Someone like you, you're just going to keep hurting people unless you are dealt with properly. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how much you can handle. Although, you've got a bigger problem right now, don't you? I suggest you focus on getting out of that venue first. Good luck.
You'll regret this. You think you can get away with this? I'll make sure you are the one who ends up in hell, you cursed wretch!
Hey, why are you suing me for alimony? If anything, I should be the one getting paid.
Considering the emotional pain you've caused me, what I'm asking for is cheap in comparison.
Are you kidding me? You ruined my wedding, so you should be paying me $100,000. What's with this outrageous amount? I guess infertile women will do anything to scrape together money, huh? You're so dumb that you don't even realize $100,000 is illegal. Is your brain working properly?
Actually, the amount isn't just for alimony. It includes the medical bills for the therapy I needed after you dumped me, the income I lost when I couldn't work, and a lot more. I had my lawyer calculate everything down to the last yen, so don't worry, it's perfectly legal.
What?
Didn't I tell you before? I was in complete despair. You dropped the divorce bomb on me after only 6 months of marriage. I told you, didn't I, that I wanted to take our time before having kids, but you didn't listen. You didn't care.
Of course I didn't care. Your parents might have had the luxury of slacking off in life, but not me. I'm the eldest son. My family's been waiting for grandchildren for years. You think I had time to wait around?
Yeah, you kept saying that, didn't you? But having children is a decision for both of us, not just you. I even said we should get checked to see if we're healthy enough to have kids, but you refused. You don't have the right to make demands about children when you wouldn't even get tested yourself.
What the hell are you talking about? Infertility is a woman's issue. Why the hell would I need to get tested?
I'm honestly speechless. The fact that you still don't get it shows how unqualified you are to ever be a parent. I'm actually grateful that we didn't end up having a child together. If we had, I'm sure that child would have grown up to be as terrible a human being as you.
Like I'd ever want a kid with some psychotic, self-centered stalker like you. If it weren't for you, I'd probably be off making kids with Mercy right now. But no, you just had to ruin everything. You've destroyed my life.
Ruined your life? Don't make me laugh. You think ruining a wedding means your life is over? You abandoned me. You threw me out of our home with nothing but the clothes on my back, took all the furniture and even our memories. And that wasn't all. You made my life a living hell. Do you even know what you did to me? I developed severe depression because of you. Every single day I was left in total despair. You had the nerve to kick me while I was down, and now you want to play the victim?
Depression?
That's right. I couldn't even hold down a job anymore, and I lost everything. The only person who helped me back then was Mercy. You didn't know this, but Mercy and I have always been close. Like sisters, really. She didn't even know who you were when we were married because we never had a proper wedding. But after you abandoned me, she was there. She pulled me out of my darkness, checked on me every single day, and reminded me that I wasn't some broken, useless failure like you made me feel. She gave me hope to keep living. Without her, I wouldn't be here today. I owe her my life. That's why when she got engaged, I truly wanted her to be happy. But to find out that you were the man she was going to marry, the same man who threw me away like trash, it makes me sick to think about. I will not let you hurt her the way you hurt me. I'm going to make sure she knows who you really are, and I will protect her no matter what. You think 10 million yen is too much? You're lucky I'm only asking for that much. The alimony is for everything you put me through. My depression, the cheating, the emotional abuse, it's all in there.
Wait a minute, cheating? What are you talking about? You're just trying to hike up the price by throwing accusations around.
You think I don't know? You think I didn't know about that woman you were seeing behind my back? I know everything. I have the proof. I have the evidence. You were cheating on me even before we divorced, and now you dare to hurt Mercy too? You're a disgusting human being. I won't rest until you've paid for everything you've done.
No, wait, hold on. I didn't cheat on you. What proof? You can't be serious about this.
Serious? I've never been more serious in my life. You tore my heart apart, you crushed me into the ground, and now you're doing the same thing to Mercy. I won't stand by and let it happen again. You are going to face the consequences, Matthew. I swear, if it means selling my soul to the devil, I will make sure you suffer. You're going to feel every bit of pain you inflicted on me and more.
What the hell are you talking about? This is crazy. I didn't do anything wrong. Mercy loves me. She wouldn't believe any of this.
Oh, she already knows. I've told her everything, and you know what? She believes me. Why wouldn't she? She knows what kind of man you are. You're finished, Matthew. Your wedding is over. Mercy isn't going to marry you. She sees you for who you really are now.
What? That's a lie. Mercy wouldn't. She couldn't.
It's the truth. I just got off the phone with her. She called off the wedding. You're alone now, and you know what? You deserve it. Every last bit of it. But don't think that this is the end, because it's not. I'm going to make sure everyone knows what you did, not just Mercy, not just her family, but the whole world. You're going to live the rest of your life in shame. You've destroyed enough lives, and now it's time you paid the price.
You can't do this to me. I'll sue you. I'll take you to court for defamation.
You'll be the one paying. You'll be the one living in hell. You think I care about your empty threats? Go ahead, try. I have more than enough evidence to bury you in any courtroom. I've already talked to my lawyer. You don't have a chance, and don't forget, you still owe me that $100,000. If you don't pay up, it's only going to get worse for you.
This isn't over. I'll make you regret this. You'll see. I'll ruin you.
I've heard enough. Go ahead and try. But just remember, you started this, and now you're going to finish it. Alone.
Help me, I'm in serious trouble. Berkeley's gone completely insane. She's screaming all sorts of nonsense and acting like a total maniac. Mercy! I suffered so much because of her lies. I was so excited about having kids. I mean, I'm the eldest son, so I need to continue the family line. You understand, right? I'm a victim here too. Please help me.
There's no way in hell I'm helping you, you scum. I will never, ever forgive you.
Huh?
I loved you, but you made me your mistress without even telling me. When I realized that I was the one who hurt Berkeley, I thought I was going to lose my mind. You betrayed me.
Oh, wait a second. I didn't cheat or anything like that.
Oh, don't even try it. Berkeley gave you the benefit of the doubt. She thought maybe you had changed, and she told me we should talk it out for the sake of our happiness. But I knew right away you hadn't changed at all. Do you want to know why? Because you and I were already together months before Berkeley filed for divorce.
Wait, what? I guess, maybe?
Oh, I remember dates really well. And I still have the pictures from when we went on dates. The timestamp on the photos was before Berkeley filed for divorce. I was the very one who hurt Berkeley. When I realized that, I dropped to my knees and apologized. Because I had hurt Berkeley, someone who I loved like family. I was devastated. I couldn't stop crying, overwhelmed with guilt. Because of you, I hurt someone I care about deeply. You're the real curse here. You bring nothing but misery to everyone around you.
Wait! I'm the one who's been miserable! Everybody's been ganging up on me and accusing me! This is bullying!
You're getting exactly what you deserve. What you did was despicable, and you deserve every bit of blame. Berkeley, even after everything, was still considerate of our happiness. That's how kind she is. But you, because of you, she was pushed to the edge. I was part of that because of your lies. You made me unwittingly participate in your affair. You told me you weren't married.
How could you do this to me? Don't you dare dismiss my anger.
Well, Berkeley's depression was just her being weak anyway.
Berkeley was so distraught she almost threw herself into a river. That's how far you pushed her. And you have the nerve to say she was just being weak? You're the one who's weak. You're the one who's pathetic.
Well, you're my wife now. You should be on my side.
Who in their right mind would want to marry you?
What?
I've been wanting to take revenge on the scum who ruined Berkeley for so long. And now, I'm going to make you pay. I'm filing a lawsuit for damages.
Huh? Why?
You lied about being unmarried and had a relationship with me. That's illegal and I can sue you for it. But that's not all. I've already informed your company about everything, all the lies you told, everything you did to Berkeley. I will make sure they know it all. I am going to drag your name through the mud just like you did to Berkeley. Your family, your relatives, everyone is going to know what a scumbag you are.
Wait, no, that'll ruin me. I'm about to get promoted. I'm finally about to make it to a higher position. If rumors like that spread, my whole career will be destroyed.
Oh, trust me, promotion is the least of your worries. You're not even going to have a job left after I'm done with you.
What?
I told you I'm going to ruin you. I'm going to tell everyone about the things you've done. You're never going to find decent work again. I'll protect Berkeley. You are nothing but a disgrace to humanity, and you deserve to rot in hell itself.
Wait, please, don't do this. I'm sorry. I'll apologize properly. Just, please, not my job.
You took everything from Berkeley. Now it's your turn to lose it all. He's gotten into serious debt from multiple alimony claims. He's been forced to quit his job and is now scraping by with day labor in a rundown apartment. I see. Well, at least I was getting my alimony payments regularly, so I'm relieved about that. But it finally feels like it's all over. Mercy, I really appreciate everything you've done for me. You don't need to thank me. I don't deserve your gratitude. Mercy. I met him at work during a drinking party. He told me he was single at that time, and I didn't think twice about it when we started dating. I was going to tell you about him, but then you divorced, and I couldn't find the right moment to say anything. If I had said something sooner, maybe things would have turned out differently. I really hurt you, Berkeley. I'm so sorry. Mercy, you were a victim too. You don't need to apologize. Besides, even if that scumbag hadn't cheated, he would have thrown me away for being infertile. You saved me from that, and it's thanks to you that I'm alive today. But let's do this. As an apology, how about we go out for a nice lunch together? Consider it a kind of alimony payment for me. Huh? We haven't gone out together in a while, have we? Plus, I know you've been dieting for wedding preparations, right? You've lost weight and look really beautiful, but I know you love to eat. I've been craving a hearty meal myself. That's true. I've actually been holding back quite a bit in terms of eating for the wedding. I think it might be nice to indulge a little. Yes, that's the spirit. I can't wait for our next outing. Me too. It's been way too long since we had fun together. I really missed that. Let's make it a date then. I want to celebrate everything we've overcome and just enjoy ourselves for once. Absolutely. We deserve a day out where we can forget about everything and just enjoy good food and each other's company. I can't wait. You've been such a great friend through all of this, Mercy. I don't know how I would have made it without you. I'm glad to hear that, Berkeley. Just remember, you're not alone anymore. You've got people who care about you. Thank you. That really means a lot. After everything that happened, I thought I would be all alone, but knowing I have you by my side makes a huge difference. You've always been strong, Berkeley. Just take it one day at a time. Things will get better, I promise. I believe you. And after our lunch, let's plan more outings together. I want to make up for all the time we lost. Definitely! We can go to that new cafe that just opened up too. I heard they have amazing desserts. Oh, I am definitely in for that. Let's treat ourselves. We've earned it after everything we've been through. Yes, we have. It'll be nice to laugh and talk like we used to. No more heavy stuff, just pure fun. Agreed. I'm looking forward to it. It's time to celebrate our friendship and our victories. Yes, together we can face anything. I'm so grateful for our bond.
And I'm grateful for you. It feels good to have someone I can rely on again. Anytime, Berkeley. Just remember, I'm here for you no matter what. I'll remember that. I promise to take care of myself, and with your support, I know I can overcome this. That's the spirit. Let's keep moving forward and create new memories together. Yes, and I won't hold back on enjoying food this time. I want to savor every bite. Perfect. Let's make it a delicious day filled with laughter. I can't wait to see what's in store for us. It's going to be fantastic, and after lunch we can even go shopping. I could use a new outfit to celebrate my freedom. That sounds like an amazing idea. Shopping can be a lot of fun, especially with you. Yes, it really can. I feel like we're finally moving on to a better chapter in our lives. Exactly. It's all about embracing the future now. We've been through so much, but we're still standing strong. Absolutely. Here's to new beginnings and living life to the fullest. Cheers to that. I'm so excited about what's to come for us. Me too. Let's make every moment count. Arrested for breaking and entering as he tried to repay his debts. It's quite a dramatic turn of events for someone who once carried himself with such arrogance. After being released from jail, he seems to have fallen into even deeper trouble. Reports suggest that he borrowed money from some unsavory characters, and now he's working tirelessly from dawn until dusk just to keep up with his obligations. The rumors are that Matthew's true nature has been revealed. His tendency to look down on others has not changed, and as a result, he's found himself on the wrong side of some intimidating individuals. It appears that his haughty attitude and sense of superiority have finally caught up with him, leading to encounters with some rather scary guys. Word on the street is that he's been physically assaulted, likely as a consequence of his arrogance and inability to handle the pressure of his situation. Meanwhile, I've managed to repair my relationship with Mercy. Our bond is strengthened considerably, especially as we both share a common enemy in Matthew. The shared experience of dealing with the fallout from his actions has brought us closer together, almost as if we were allies in a battle against a mutual foe. Rebuilding my friendship with Mercy wasn't just about addressing past grievances. It was also about recognizing how much we've both been through now. We spent hours discussing our feelings, our struggles, and how Matthew's behavior has affected us. It was therapeutic to share our thoughts openly and without fear of judgment. I've learned that vulnerability can be a powerful tool for connection, and being honest about my feelings helped Mercy feel comfortable enough to share her own experiences. Mercy's been incredibly supportive throughout this entire ordeal. She listened without judgment when I expressed my frustrations about Matthew and how his actions had hurt not just me, but so many others around him. As we spoke, I could see how much she had been affected as well. The anger and betrayal she felt were palpable, and it was clear that Matthew's actions had shaken her to her core. In our conversations, we also reminisced about the good times we had shared before all the chaos erupted. We talked about the silly moments, the laughter we had shared, and the plans we had made that had been derailed by Matthew's selfishness. These memories acted as a balm for our wounds, reminding us of the joy that still existed despite the darkness brought on by Matthew's actions. One evening, we decided to meet for dinner at a cozy little restaurant we used to frequent. It was a way to celebrate our newfound friendship and to mark the beginning of a fresh chapter in our lives. As we sat across from each other, the ambience was warm and inviting, filled with the soft glow of candlelight and the aroma of delicious food wafting through the air. The conversation flowed effortlessly as we caught up on each other's lives. I could see the sparkle in Mercy's eyes as she spoke about her dreams and aspirations. It was refreshing to see her light shine through despite everything that had happened. I felt a sense of pride for both of us as we had both emerged stronger from the chaos. After a delightful meal filled with laughter and camaraderie, we made a pact to support each other moving forward. We vowed to always have each other's backs and to be there in times of need, and to celebrate each other's victories, no matter how small. It was a promise rooted in mutual respect and understanding, one that would carry us through whatever challenges lay ahead. In the following weeks, we made it a point to spend more time together, whether it was exploring new cafes, going for long walks, or simply enjoying movie nights at home. Every moment spent together solidified our bond. We found solace in each other's company, a welcome reprieve from the troubles that had once loomed over us like dark clouds. As we grew closer, I started to realize just how important Mercy had become in my life. She was more than just a friend. She was my confidant, my rock, and someone who understood my struggles in a way few others could. Together, we began to create new memories, each one a reminder that life continues to move forward despite the setbacks we face. On one particular weekend, we attended a local festival together. The vibrant colors, lively music, and joyful laughter filled the air, creating a sense of hope and celebration. It was a stark contrast to the heaviness we had both felt due to Matthew's actions. As we had wandered through the stalls, sampling delicious food and enjoying the festivities, I felt a sense of liberation. We laughed at silly games, tried our hand at some crafts, and even danced to a local band. In those moments, it was as if the past had faded away, and all that mattered was our friendship and the joy of the present. We took countless pictures, capturing the laughter and happiness we felt. Later that evening, as we watched the fireworks light up the night sky, I couldn't help but feel grateful for Mercy's presence in my life, grateful for the lessons I learned, and grateful that I had someone to share these moments with. In that moment, amidst the dazzling display, I realized how far we had come from the darkness that had once enveloped us. As time went on, I learned more about Mercy's own struggles and how she had faced her demons head-on. She shared stories of her resilience and determination, and I admired her strength even more. It was inspiring to see how she had taken the challenges thrown at her and turned them into opportunities for growth. We talked about our dreams and the paths we wanted to pursue. Mercy expressed her desire to start her own business, something she had always dreamed of but had been too afraid to pursue. I encouraged her to take that leap of faith, to believe in herself as much as I believed in her. It became a mantra for us. Believe in yourself. We would say it to each other whenever doubts crept in. It became our source of motivation, a reminder that we were capable of achieving greatness despite the odds stacked against us. As we continued to navigate our lives, I felt a sense of closure regarding Matthew. His actions had caused so much pain, but now they seemed like a distant memory. I had moved on, not just from him, but from the hurt and anger that had once consumed me. In fact, I started to feel compassion for him, recognizing that his choices had led him down a dark path. I hoped he would find a way to turn his life around, but I knew I couldn't carry the weight of his decisions anymore. My focus was on building a brighter future with Mercy by my side. Through this journey, I discovered the true value of friendship and support. Mercy and I had faced the storm together, and in doing so, we had both emerged stronger. The bond we had forged was unbreakable, built on trust, understanding, and a shared desire to uplift one another. As I reflect on everything that has transpired, I realize that life is unpredictable. It can throw challenges our way, but it's how we respond to those challenges that truly defines us. I'm grateful for the lessons learned, the friendships strengthened, and the hope that has blossomed in the wake of adversity. With each passing day, I look forward to what the future holds for both Mercy and me. Whatever challenges may come our way, I know that we will face them together, and that knowledge brings me a sense of peace and optimism. Our journey is far from over, but it is one I am excited to embark on with a friend who truly understands me. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.